my understanding of infrastructure was always roads and bridges. This has now been expanded to housing, to pipes, to even daycare they're talking about. That's a stretch beyond traditional infrastructure. There are some people who think that that the administration is trying to throw everything in that it wants to change, calling it infrastructure. Is this truly infrastructure, or have we really broadened this out?
I think it is. I mean, look, the infrastructure needs of the country evolved, right? In the 1800s, early on, not a lot of people thought trains were part of infrastructure. Now they absolutely are, ever since Lincoln saw through the Transcontinental Railroad. You look at something like digital infrastructure, right? This would not have seemed very important even 20 or 30 years ago. But now, I mean, having a good internet connection is as important as having a good highway connection, maybe more so in terms of your ability to succeed in life. So, yeah, there's no question that the definition grows.
So when you were mayor of South Bend, you interacted a lot with city council. Now you are part of the presidential administration. What are cabinet meetings like?
So we just had our first cabinet meeting. It was in the East Room of the White House instead of the cabinet room, so we could have a little more social distancing. And it was great. The president called on us to make sure that we're doing a good job, that we're rising to the challenge of the moment. And different departments spoke about their challenges. Just looking around the room, it was a room that looked like America. First, Native American, Deb Haaland in the role of Secretary of the Interior, looking across the table at Kamala Harris, our first woman, first Black vice president, and first South Asian vice president. I'm in there as the first out LGBT person confirmed to a cabinet position. And just seeing the team was so inspiring, in addition to the actual work that we were there to do. Yeah, a little bit different than the council chambers back home in South Bend, but that same kind of sense of public service and being there to do something big.
Okay, and finally, I know you're a dog person. Have you interacted with Major?
Yes, actually. First time I went in for an Oval Office meeting, Major was there and said a quick hello. We got along pretty well. I haven't yet had a chance to introduce them to Buddy and Truman, our dogs, but I'll tell you, they're definitely enjoying the dog park scene in South Bend. A lot of in DC, I should say, a lot of smells and sounds they weren't used to back home in Indiana.
Did you pet Major?
I did, yeah, and it went just fine. So I know there've been some stories about him, but my interactions with him have been great.
Pete, let me see your hands if you patted him. Come on.
No, I'm all good. No incidents.